Hello, folks, and welcome to the Entertainment Log. Today we highlight Green Bay Packers legend, Max McGee. William Max McGee was a professional American football end and punter who played from 1954 to 1967 for the Green Bay Packers in the National Football League. He is best known for his 7 receptions for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns, scoring the first touchdown in the first Super Bowl. McGee played high school football in White Oak, Texas, and was the first player in high school football history ever to rush for over 3,000 yards in a single season. He rushed for 3,048 yards his senior year as a White Oak Roughneck in 1949. McGee played college football at Tulane University in New Orleans, where he was a fullback and a top punter. At the time, Tulane was a member of the Southeastern Conference. McGee was selected in the 5th round as the 51st overall pick of the 1954 NFL Draft by the Green Bay Packers. He was the punter during his first few years of his career. In his rookie season in 1954, McGee led the NFL in punting yards while catching 36 passes for 614 yards and 9 touchdowns. He missed the next 2 seasons to serve as a pilot in the U.S. Air Force, but returned to become the Packers' leading receiver from 1958 to 1962. McGee was one of the few bright spots on the 1958 team, which finished the season with a league-low 1-10-1 record, the worst in Packers history. During 1958, he led the NFL in yards per catch, averaging 23.2. He led the league in punting yards with 2,716 and a net average of 36 yards per punt. After Vince Lombardi took over as head coach in January 1959, McGee may best be known for his performance during the first Super Bowl game. He helped the team to 6 NFL championship appearances, 5 NFL championship wins, and 2 Super Bowl titles during the remaining years of his career. He was a Pro Bowl selection during the 1961 season. Despite reductions in playing time due to injuries and age, McGee's final 2 seasons were the ones for which his career is best remembered. In the 1966 season, McGee caught only 4 passes for 91 yards and a touchdown as the Packers recorded a 12-2 record and advanced to Super Bowl I against the Kansas City Chiefs. McGee did not expect to play in the game, and he violated his team's curfew policy and spent the night before the Super Bowl out on the town. The next morning, he told starting receiver Boyd Dowler, "I hope you don't get hurt. I'm not in very good shape," alluding to his hangover. Dowler went down with a separated shoulder on the Packers' second drive of the game, and McGee, who had to borrow a teammate's helmet because he had not brought his own out of the locker room, was put into the game. A few plays later, McGee made a one-handed reception of a pass from Bart Starr, took off past Chiefs defender Fred Williamson, and ran 37 yards to score the first touchdown in Super Bowl history. This was a repeat of his performance in the NFL championship game 2 weeks earlier, when he had also caught a touchdown pass after relieving an injured Dowler. By the end of the game, McGee had recorded 7 receptions for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 35-10 Packers victory. The following year, he recorded a 35-yard reception in the third quarter of Super Bowl II that set up a touchdown in the Packers' 33-14 win over the Oakland Raiders. McGee retired shortly after the game and finished his 12-season career with 345 receptions for 6,346 yards and 12 carries for 121 yards. He scored 51 touchdowns, 50 receiving, and 1 fumble recovery. On special teams, he punted 256 times for 10,647 yards, an average of 41.6 yards per punt, and returned 4 kickoffs for 69 yards. McGee entered into a restaurant partnership with Packer left guard Fuzzy Thurston. They operated the left guard charcoal houses in Appleton, Fond du Lac, Madison, Green Bay, and Eau Claire. They also operated the Left Guard steakhouses in Menasha, Milwaukee, and Minneapolis-St. Paul, and the Left End Steakhouse in Manitowoc. In addition, McGee co-founded the Mexican restaurant chain Chi-Chi's. After retiring from football, McGee became a major partner in developing the popular Chi-Chi's chain of Mexican restaurants with Marno McDermott. McGee was inducted into the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame in 1975. His ties to the Packers continued from 1979 to 1998, when he served as the color commentator for radio broadcasts of Packers football games. With droll wit and keen insights, McGee was extremely popular as a color commentator. McGee founded the Max McGee National Research Center for Juvenile Diabetes in 1999 at the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. He raised money for diabetes research. McGee was diagnosed with colon cancer at age 56 in April 1989, but it was caught early and he recovered after surgery. In 2007, at the age of 75, McGee died after a fall at his home in Minnesota Beach, Minnesota, a suburb of West Minneapolis. His wife said he had been suffering from an early form of Alzheimer's disease for the previous 5 years. The information brought to you in this video has been provided by Wikipedia. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the Entertainment Log.